Maraming salamat. Magandang hapon po sa inyo, Assistant Secretary for Barangay Affairs and Community Development, Mr. Roski B. Kalakat. Although ang tanong ba ay kay sa ating Regional Director, so itatanong ko na rin. Now, ang programa ng ating gobyerno ay napaganda po para may ito no. Bago po ang lahat, bago po sa katanungan ko, ako po si King Valerio ng Radyo Bandera. Bagong put up na radio station dito sa General Santos City. For this part po, abot pa lang parang araw. Gusto kong alamin ngayon, dahil programa ng ating gobyerno ay napakaganda, no? Maraming mga inilunsad na programa. Katulad halimbawa ng purok, laban sa krimen. Meron tayong ubas, ugnay ng barangay at simbahan. At meron pa rin tayong barangay at pulisya, laban sa krimen. At ngayon naman, kung meron pa ibang programa, itong Masa, Masid. Now, ito pong mga programa na inilunsad ng ating gobyerno. Gusto ko pong alamin sa inyo kung ito ba ay sapat na upang maibsan ng ating krimen at lalo na sa problema sa droga. Mr. Roski Kalakat po.
Yung microphone po, pwede po yan. Dire-record namin.
It's a very broad question, no? Kasi actually Masid is created, was conceptualized in order to help government bring down the issues to the barangay level. So the conceptualization was more on giving face to the Duterte program, yung ginagamit niya sa kampanya niya dati when he was still running for president, that his government will be anti-criminality, anti-corruption, and anti-illegal drugs. That's why Masid now, through the DILG, conceptualize and make a face to the pronouncement of the president. So it may not be able to solve everything, no? But it can do a lot, improve the lot of the Filipino people. Particularly, the main focus now is on drugs. And drugs is the biggest issue now in the country. In fact, if it were not for President Duterte, siguro hindi natin alam, we would not realize that the problem on drugs was so huge, no? Malaki talaga. So it's only the President that woke us up. So the program of Masid at this point in time is concentrated muna on drugs, but it is the overall organization that will help the President give face to a program of development.
Okay po, meron pa tayong follow-up, no? Dahil itong programa sa droga ay upang maibsan. Now, gusto ko lang ipasok din po yung barangay election na sinasabi nila na ginagamit itong mga barangay official na involved sa droga, kaya nga na-extend ang eleksyon. Now, ang na-extend ang eleksyon, pero yung term ng ating mga barangay official ay hindi sinabi. Ano po ang masasabi ninyo dito?
The law that was passed, ito ganito the law was postponing the elections till October, 4th Monday of October of 2017. And the position now is the incumbent barangay officials will have a holdover capacity. Now, I would like to point out that their term has already ended on October 31. Meaning to say, they are on holdover capacity from that time on until, it was very clear, until their successors would have been elected and qualified. But the question here now is, the holdover capacity is no longer, it's not a question of right anymore because they are no longer elected personalities. They are there only as holdover. So if there are issues against them that could warrant, let us say, dismissal, could easily be done because they are no longer elected personalities. They are there only as holdover capacity.
Hindi po kaya na yung mga barangay official natin na masabi natin na overstaying, lalo na sa mga last term?
Ang kuhan dyan is, in fact, the very reason why the President did not call for elections now is the very, very strong chance of narco money, narco funds to be used for the barangay elections. So, in this case, we have to have a clean sweep of whatever there is in the barangay today. Because according to the President, especially in his statement, the latest that he did, ganon ka, this thing for more than 3,000 barangay officials are in fact somehow linked to drug problems.
Thank you po. Ma'am, siguro may tanong din ako sa ating BGMP 12 dahil may compliant ito sa droga.
Si Danilo Castillon.
Senior Superintendent.
Hindi. Representative, si Inspector Danilo Castillon. PIO at the same time sa BGMP Region.
Okay, sir. Siguro alam mo naman ito, no? Kamusta po ang ating Oplan Galugad na sa ating mga bilangguan ay napakarami na mga ng droga?
Yes, sir. Magandang hapon sa lahat ng mga media at saka sa mga nakikinig, no? Sa ngayon, meron ang BJMP na yung tinatawag na Oplan Rudy. Para malaman ng lahat, yung Rudy stands for Removal and Punishment of Scalawags and Personal Officers Involved in Illegal Drug Trade and Corruption. So, kung nakikita nyo, tuloy-tuloy lang yung mga personnel natin. Meron tayong gagawang random drug test. Then sa the same with the inmates, no? Specific in General Santos City Jail, pag bumisita kayo, makikita nyo, ibang-iba ng itsura ng jail natin kaysa nung mga nagdaang mga buwan. Kasi, sir, very proud kami na sasabihin sa inyo, wala na po nakapasok ng droga sa loob.
Okay, maraming salamat to. King Valerio po sa Radyo Bandera.
Thank you very much. Yes, Abs.
Kay Mr. Kalabat po ang question.
By the way, okay, ang mga guests natin responding to our questions are officials of the PILG, no, sa national. At narinig natin si Asek Rosque Calacat. Tapos beside her is OIC ng NBOO. By the way po, anong NBOO? Reynelda Rafinian, National Barangay Operations Office. So, ano po ito? Pareho ba ito? Meron kayo pang Barangay Affairs, meron pa hong National Barangay Operation. Anyway, kayo na pong mag-ano. Sige, you can go on with your...
Good afternoon.
Sige ko pati si Father nandito.
Good afternoon. I'm Abis Daman sa vlogger din at saka sa X Gensan RPN. Ang buong mundo medyo na-alarm ito dito sa mass campaign ng droga. Pati mga US, Europe, mga ibang dahil sa massive ng pagpatay sa mga biktima ng itong droga. Sinasabi kasi ng mga marunong sa batas, itong droga hindi criminal, but mga victims. So, kayo po sa administration ni President Duterte, wala ba tayong mga paraan na hindi ganun ng kamasip ng pagpatay sa mga involved sa droga?
Asek Calacat.
I think it's being sensationalized and overplayed. The EJK or the extrajudicial killing. But the extrajudicial killing, as you see, the police had granted that there are operations which brought about some killings. But these are, according to the police, legitimate operation. But there never was an order from the president to kill. There never was an order. But just so happened that there were killings, in fact, more than what you see in the legitimate operations, were done, well, we do not know who did it. Mga kwan siguro. Perhaps they themselves were killing their own people. But anyway, the issue is, I think that is more that is being done other than the extrajudicial killing that you see. An extrajudicial killing is being mouthed so much by the human rights group, or particularly EU and the United States. But they could not answer the president when the president asked them, what do you think about the thousands of being killed by American soldiers? But that's beyond the issue. The issue here is the program of Masa Masid is in fact surfacing out to state very clearly that the president is more interested in saving lives than in killing people. So, to save the victims, because the users are victims, and the drugs are those that kill their tomorrow. And the drug lords are scot-free. The drug lords could go anywhere. So, to be very sure about it, there's no such thing as the order to kill. If there is resistance in the arrest, then defend yourself. If they are also armed. So when that's perhaps that could be part of the damage that is being done. But there is no such thing as an order to kill.
Okay. More question?
Follow-up lang, sir. Are you sure na itong mga pinapatay sa bigla na lang bumulagta sa mga kapaligiran natin ay mga durugista ito? Sure ba kayo?
I cannot answer that, no? Definitely I cannot answer that. But there are those who died, which were being packaged, no? Minsan, tinapon lang somewhere, wrapped with masking tape or mga duct tapes. But there are those who were killed in the act of arresting or in resisting arrest. So, I do not know if they are drug users or they are peddlers. But if there were arrests, then there must be some evidences.
Okay, Alan Stabilio of the Philippine News Agency.
Good afternoon. Update lang mo dun sa rehabilitation site. Kasi problema pa rin ng LGU sa Region 12, walang government-run rehab center. So kailan mo magkakaroon ng mga rehab centers regional, sa region-based na?
You know, right now, there is one being constructed, and in fact, already operational. It could cater to 1,600 patients in Nueva Ecija in Laor, that's located at 4th Magsaysay. This is a donated facility. The military allowed the use of a 10-hectare lot for the construction of, in fact, the target there is up 5,000 to 10,000 patients for center-based drug rehabilitation. So, the plan first, the President was thinking of putting up 4 all over the country, 4 big centers. 2 in Luzon, 1 in the Visayas, and 1 in Mindanao. But we said that's not enough. So, because if it's not far, mga pamilya sa mga drug dependents could not visit because normally sila mga pobreng na, no? So, we said we might as well put 1 per region. So that means to say we are 18 regions, so 1 center per region. And the thing was, we had a meeting in Malacanang with all the big Taipans, no business in the country. We presented to them the need to put up facilities for drug rehabilitation center. And we asked them to pledge because they understood the issue, the concern, and they would like to help. So, of the 18 Taipans, 13 pledged, no, to put up a center each. So we told them, you construct, we offer you the area, a minimum of 6 hectares per center, because 1 hectare, the facility will be built on a 1 hectare land area. For 1 hectare, the whole facility. The extra 5 hectares will be used for food requirements. They can plant, they can put up poultries, they can split up, they can support themselves in the process. So that will be, the target is 18 centers all over the country. Now there are donors already. What we are asking now, some cities and provinces are already starting to donate to use your frac 5 to 6 hectares per center.
Okay. May follow-up ka pa, Len?
Medyo natagalan po tayo. Magandang hapon po.
Masigsa ka na, ha?
Santi makapunta ko from Radio Bandera for this month po.
Kasama kayo niya.
Program director po ako. So, this is my first live to meet Mr. Roque. Roske. Apo. Sir, dito muna ako sa BGMP. Sir, nagkakaroon pa rin po tayo ng random drug testing sa pamunuan ng GGMP, lalo na doon sa mga nakakulong din po.
Yes sir, meron po.
Kamusta naman po, sir?
Sa personnel sir, it yielded negative results sa lahat. Meron kaming dati isa, pero that was yung hindi pa presidency Duterte. So ongoing naman investigation sa kanya. Pero sa ngayon, negative po sa mga personnel natin. Then sa inmate natin sir, nagkaroon kami ng random drug test nung last October. Nag-negative na rin po. Pero hindi ho lahat. Nasa mga, I think, 40 plus inmates yung suspected na drug cases na talagang dati gumagamit ng droga. Ganun pa sir, nag-negative na rin po sila.
Salamat naman sir. Paano pala sir, ikaklaro ko lang sir, di ba sa New Bilibid sir doon sa Kauluan, mayroon ng mga SAF. So, asahan ba natin? Kailangan pa ba natin ng SAF in the near future dyan sa BGMP 12?
Ano dito sir, kasi sa amin naman sa BGMP,
Maasahan na kayo sir.
we can manage.
Thank you so much sir. Dito muna ako sa dadaanan ko muna si sir. Sa
Si Father Robles. Si Father?
Si Father.
Sige. Pagdasal tayo. Wala nang mga ganyang klaseng problema.
Father, any reaction po with regards sa killings po sa Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao?
The church has permission for the total human development. Whether we like it or not, itong problema natin affects us all. Katoliko ka man, Muslim, o Kristyano man, apektado po tayong lahat. And for the church, it is clear for us as alagad ng Diyos, we condemn killings. But we support this program, Masa Masid, especially the community-based rehab program, to give hope, to give life. Especially itong mga drug victims, no? Kasi biktima din ito sila eh. Kaya nga in our Archdiocese of Cotabato, and also particularly in our parish in the city of Taporong, we have already conceptualized itong CBRP program that we will call in our local dialect, TATAP, which means to care. TATAP stands for Tabang Tatap para sa pagbago at paglaom. So, for renewal and to give hope, no? Lalo-lalo na sa mga surrenderies natin. And the Archdiocese of Cotabato, during our clergy meeting, 100% supports this program. And of course, this will be realized with the help of our ugnayan ng barangay at simbahan na yung expanded ubas, we also call it in our city, maubas. Dahil nga involved na rin yung military, alagad ng batas at ugnayan ng bayan at simbahan. So yung ubas ay nagiging maubas bilang expanded ubas na tinutukoy ng ating Masa Masid o ng ating DILG. So with the help also of our people in the grassroots, the Ubas Barangay Action Team, which we will utilize them to be the Masa Masid team. Of course, with our very supportive DILG, local DILG, no, Sir Albert Cerro, at saka yung Chief Local Executive natin, no? At lahat ng interfaith groups ay nagkakaisa kami for this program. And actually, we have conducted 2 initial meetings for this. At hinintay lang namin itong official launching sa Region 12 bago namin hopefully i-implement or to make it realize yung TATAP program doon sa amin. So, we condemn killings, but we support itong programa na nagbibigay pag-asa at buhay, lalong-lalo na sa mga biktima ng droga.
Isa pa po, Father, paano natin i-disseminate yung information? May committed po tayo sa Masa Masid.
We have our Gagmay Kristohanong Catholic Band. Yun yung malakas doon sa amin, pinapatatag ng Archdiocese Cotabato. And with the help of that, ito yung tinutukoy kong mga grassroots. And also in partnership with the Puroks and barangays. Kasi yung mga taga-barangay, membro din ng GKK. So napakadali po. Through our leaders na tinatawag namin sa Parish Supreme Pastoral Council meeting, monthly po yun siya. So dyan namin yung information, dissemination, and also we have already conducted itong first Social Action General Assembly ng parokya. Kasi lahat ng mga GKK ay mayroong Social Action Coordinator. So ito lang po yung pinapatawag namin. We talk about this Masa Masid program, yung community-based rehab program. Sila na rin po yung bumababa. Actually, we have 20 teams na nagkakandak ng ganitong orientasyon sa CBRP. So, yung Parish Social Action Team sa bawat Gagmay Kristohanong Catholic Band. So, napakadali po. And we also use our pulpito during our homilies. Pinapasok po yan namin ng mga pari doon. Itong community-based rehab program na kailangan natin because it calls for our social consciousness and our social responsibility regardless of religion. Apektado po tayong lahat. So we need to collaborate, help one another. And right on time, na-launch itong Masa Masid. At ito po yung magbibigay ng daan for that hope and life na sinasabi natin.
Last question po, Father. Ako kasi muntikan din ako nagpare, so hindi na natin balikan yung mga panahon kasi tinatanggap na pare, mga pogi daw. So hindi po, no. So, sa doktor, mayroong mga naka-experience na nag-use ng drugs because of their job. So, siguro, graveyard, gano'n. Sa pare ba, may naririnig tayo? With due respect.
Yeah, with due respect. There are some siguro yung bago pumasok na they were into drugs beforehand. Like for example, yung sa high school, not only yung shabu siguro, but marijuana, something like that. So there are some na yung pagpasok, parang hindi natin nakahalata ba noon.
Kasi Father, mahirap mag-educate ng kapwa Katoliko kung hindi mo kilala kung anong drugs, anong amoy ng drugs. So kasi I am an ex-OFW, bago ako umalis ng bansa, ini-educate po kami. Thank you so much, Father. Dito po tayo kay Ma'am Rinelda Rafinan of OIC ng NPO. As I've heard sa PIA natin, tinanong niya kung ano yung NPO. What's the function of the NPO?
National Barangay Operations Office. Ito yung police, itong yung office bureau ng DILG na nagre-recommend ng mga polisiya para sa development ng mga barangays. That's the general function of the office.
Ma'am, how are you committed to Masid po?
As Masid, kasama ako doon sa grupo, nag-start on conceptualizing it. And then, ano yung magiging istruktura, and paano yun makakarating hanggang sa community level. Then, yung paano mag-organize ng community-based rehabilitation program sa community. How are we going to advocate it?
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yes, sir. Roski, talagang pasensya sa hinuli ko kayo, sir. Bisaya kayo, sir, no? Bisaya ako na ito, sir, para dali. Sir Roski, kumusta naman itong mga pulis nga nalambigit sa drugs o base sa programa ni Halangdong Presidente Rodrigo Rua Duterte, a.k.a. Rodi. Kumusta na, sir? Asa naman sila? Kaya kaling mga pobre ngayon ng katalingban nga nagagamit ng drugs, patay. Ang pulis, sir, kumusta?
Wala pa man siguro mamatay, pero...
At yun ba, sir?
Actually, ang nakita ko, sa Quezon City alone, there were 250 policemen nga na-identify na ba? Itawag na sila o mga the Ninja Cops. In fact, ang na-validate gani paana is about 100. Pero ang uban, as of now, as I know, ang uban ipaglabay og lagyo kay nga mga lugar ba pang destino like Apare or Olo, Tawi-Tawi
para dali silang
para whatever happens. Pero ma-isolate lang sila sa ilang himo nga because sa NCR magod dito ang daghang opportunities nila because very fast kayo ang turnover sa pagbaligya sa or pagdako, pag-recycle, sila ramang yapo ng mga Ninja Cops. So, na-identify na siya. Pero, lately, according to the President, although he did not give out which they are still validating, mas dagan pag yun, napag yung mga trispil kapin, nga tanawunon. Pero, that's why, the police itself, the PNP, is making a cleansing of its own, the process of cleansing, para they can cleanse their own ranks. And eventually come up with a very strong police force.